Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Graphic Word Podcast, here to connect nerd culture to faith and leveling up our lives as we go about it. Thanks for tuning in, and here's what we have in store for you today. Remember the Jordan River? Do you have a nerdy tradition? A thing that you do each year that is centered around a certain time of year, but focused on nerdy content or context? Our family has a couple of these nerdy traditions. Every April, we watch The Lord of the Rings due to our annual Walk to Mordor fundraiser. In May, we try to watch through the Star Wars saga, the main 9 movies, and Rogue One, obviously. And in November, we watch V for Vendetta. Why V for Vendetta? Well, it all comes from the little poem that film and comic is in reference to. Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. In the movie, the character V is attempting to wake up Britain from its own subjugation to Parliament overreach and bring back freedom or choice to the people. He is doing this by destroying key historical structures and eventually blowing up Parliament, just as Guy Fawkes attempted to do. All the while wearing the iconic Guy Fawkes mask. See picture reference in that. To V, he was honoring Guy Fawkes and November 5th, which is V in Roman numerals, by the way, by making a stand against the government that he saw was oppressive and reminding the government who they should be taking directions from, their people. Seems like an odd thing to sit on and make connection to the Bible. But I was taken back by Ehud, rescuer in Judges, and his response after passing by 2 stone idols. Judges 3, verse 19. But when Ehud reached the stone idols near Gilgal, he turned back. Can you feel the tension? Okay, let me give you some context here. Ehud is this guy that God had set up to be the rescuer of Israel from an occupying nation, the Moabites. When he was walking back to Gilgal, he was giving tribute or money to the Big Daddy, or King Eglon, or Egghead, as I like to call him, all the while having a foot-long dagger at the ready. Yet he didn't take out the king. So what does that have to do with the stone idols? These idols were in Gilgal, which was a home base for the Israelites when they were first coming into the promised land under Joshua. You remember him from our last blog, right? When they first came over and crossed the Jordan River, there was a monument that was made to remember that God stopped the river during flood season so that all of the Israelites could cross over. Some commentators think that these stone idols were made from the very stones that Joshua had put up in memory of the Jordan crossing, thus a huge insult to God. Now you might understand why he was turning back. I think he was ticked and ready to use his dagger. It's after this that Ehud heads back and says he has a message from God for King Egghead, to which the king tells everyone to peace out. And what was a message was more like a special knife delivery to the king's stomach. He didn't see that one coming. That's an inside joke for you who read the rest of the story. This action also resulted in Ehud liberating the Israelites from their oppression of the Amalekites and the Ammonites and giving Israel peace for 80 years. Whew. See what remembering something can do. What reflecting on something that had impact in your life and how it can propel you to take action. How are you setting up a memorial for the times God has showed up positively in your life? What in your life has been coming in and repurposing that memorial to focus on something other than God? How are you going to go V for Vendetta or Ehud on it and reprioritize God? Hey there. If you are a fan of the content that's been brought to you in this episode, you'll definitely want to check out our social media connections. That's on Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Just go to at GW Nerds and you'll be able to find all the stuff that we've been doing lately and all the fun stuff that we get to be a part of. But if you want an even deeper dive, you should join our Discord community. And you can do that by going to discord.io/GW Nerds Unite and be a part of what we're doing. Interact with us, chat with us on live for our video game nights, for our Bible study nights, or even just to connect with fellow gamers, nerds, and what interests you. And if we want to take it even a step further, if you've got some ideas of, what would be cool topics to bring up down the road, or have some questions on how your nerdom might connect to faith, we'd love to have your input there on our Discord channel too, to be able to create the content for you guys, because this is what we're here for, to invest in nerds, to grow and level up together, but being able to grow in our faith and level up too. So thank you again for listening. Hope you are having a wonderful day.